I'm going to give 200% to this map.
Well, let me take over for a few seconds here, Alex, and we'll get into the action. We will see the BD50 out in the hands of Buster. Not going to be Sanji this time. He's got Glock armor, and looking at the utility, 2 smokes and Molotov. Pretty standard stuff here for Inferno. We're seeing more and more technical executions on these pistol rounds and more aggression on the CT side. We're not going to see that right now. OG have gone for a very standard setup here. 3 towards A, 2 at B. They're ready for a fast push up towards Arch, but that hasn't come through. It's very default from VP at this point. And Sanji, he'll be confirming that B is at least clear for now.
Sanji's got himself his very own Kevlar vest this round, so he'll be excited to use that. Didn't have to drop one for any of his squad. Jokes aside, they are going for what seems to be a delayed hit. They took early control of Banana. Valda is going to be investigating over to call that Banana cleared, though, so he'll be receiving some of that information, holding passively for now, has yet to commit for any info. Now the smokes are flying through the sky. That's going to separate Issa from his squad, but he chooses to play in front of it. And Adren's already gone down. Another one through the balcony. NBK, he's not expecting a third, but still he has a chance to deal with it. It's Buster who once again busts into the site.
It's looking so good here. 3 versus 2. OG have whittled down the clock, but Issa, he might be dropped by the Glock. There's so much pressure being applied at this stage. Who will come out on top here, trying to find some access towards the bomb site? Kicker will do it. Smoke goes down, though. They're low HP. They're still yet to make their way through, and Kicker left alone now. Finds the USP, and he has to find headshots. Flashbang is perfect. He is surely done for.
They're just doing a double peek. Both of them would have to really miss their shots, and Valda's not planning on making that mistake. A neat and tidy one. They even managed to finish it off with a P250 upgrade for their Dane.
Hi, Chad, you're back.
I'm back. It was a long journey.
Yeah, you sound like you're out of breath.
I had to run. There was some hurdles. Rush came into the studio.
What's it like down there in the engine room? Well, what's all going on? Is it ran by Cole?
Well, yeah, there is a gentleman down there. He is very sweaty.
Yeah, shoveling it in.
He is shoveling
muscular?
coal. He is extremely muscular.
Yes, I'd imagine.
But he only grunted. Didn't say hello or anything along those lines. But they are staying watered and fed down there.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't been down to the engine room myself. I'm going to have to venture down at one point. We'll see now this second round come through, and an interesting setup. I'm not really sure what the plan is here. Chad, do you know what's happening?
I think they're just biding their time. Henry.
Yeah.
Look, we almost read into a whole Molotov situation yesterday a little bit too far. So maybe we'll just say that they were on top of each other's head. They're taking one of these tactical.
Are you bringing up my Molotov theory crap thing?
Look, I was with you for a few seconds there because
like
we only saw a glimpse of it. I'm happy to investigate any of those ideas, Alex.
Yeah, I just love that there's usually enough belief that the teams would have put that much work in. Hang on a second, Alexi B does get a nice dunk onto the half wall as Sanji finished off. Oof, Adren lost a lot of his health on that inquisitive glance from Mansu and NBK. They're just keeping them long range enough. It is a bit of a risk considering there's a Deagle in play. James yet to really find too much of an announcement of that sidearm. $700 invested. He'd justify it with 1 frag.
Okay, so the chicken being scared away normally does mean that someone's on the other side. They flash out, they pick. MBK gets 2 big kills. And now it's just kick it over towards the B-bomb side. He'll get dispatched of with ease, and it'll be a flawless second round here from OG. And with a lot of saved MP9s, we were talking about this a lot, whether they have a bonus approach. A map like Inferno, maybe you don't necessarily need a bonus approach because of how potent the weapons are. Let's see if they have anything up their sleeves here for round number 3, as the guns will come out on the other side of things. VP purchasing on in.
Yes, indeed, Chad. OG, though, the MP9s, the bonus situation.
4B, this is good.
This is when you want to get stuck in, right? You want to just get straight down there, the guts of the banana, and just try and cause chaos here. You just want to try and make this an equal situation if possible. Throwing 3 grenades at the very start, but instead, they don't commit to this. They don't actually want to fight down at the bottom at least. Maybe they want to delay things slightly. Enable control or basic control for VP, and then readdress the situation with flashbangs. Time will tell. They still have 2 players at the top. That's going to be Valda and Alexi B. Ready and waiting. Mac 10 or MP9 should be removed quickly. That's kick over. Lovely shot there towards the half wall.
Yeah, look how far he swings into the site. He knows he's up against those SMGs. Valda wants to play in the smoke, and Buster, he's wise to his trickery. Throws some bullets into the smoke grenade. Now NBK's been caught as well. Off guard, catches Buster, but already 3 bodies dropped for the OG squad. This should the rest of this round should just be a formality. They will smoke off the B advance. And I don't think even now, despite the man advantage, I'd want to, question that smoke.
No, you wouldn't want to go through it, especially with the amount of time they have on the clock. If they waited it out and still hit B, it could have been looking very good for OG, but they'll think better of that, and they're going to quickly skedaddle all the way up middle here. Molotovs just to make sure no one is lying in wait. These are all just but a formality, as we can see right now that the over-rotation towards the B bomb site has come on through. Issa and Mantu will do their best to hold on to any weaponry they can. If Mantu can find, the dropped weapon from Buster,
that would be something. But ultimately, this round has not done much for them at all. I really would have liked the really aggressive push towards B chat. At least you would have had some fights, you would have got some damage off, you might have made things a bit more uncomfortable. But the fact that you just went in for 3 nades, stood right back there, you're kind of nullifying the MP9's potency at that point. I feel like the chaos is where they really thrive in these sort of rounds.
Yeah, a risk could have come on in there. I understand it. I know why there's so much caution coming out from players at this level. We talk about the scrutiny of all these mistakes. Well, they now legitimately go into every single round with the concept that they are equally as winnable. Even when we're talking about just these block rounds, it seems like. So, bomb will detonate. Virtus.pro will throw their first on the board here. And now, well, Mantu did find that AK from Buster, so they get a free upgrade. It's not all in vain, but there's the initial frag onto Alexi B, the follow through onto the Coffin's position.
I wonder if he was just joining his teammate. Yeah, he was. Matching them.
Well, just the one found. But remember, plenty of money. We did say it's a bonus round for good reason. OG can still bring out the AW key for Mantu and still have helmets, utility, defuse kits, and alike. You see they're absolutely fine here as we get into the first real gun round now. And VP picking up the pace. They throw their Molotovs out towards the barrels. James will take a big grenade to the face there, down to 64 HP.
Oh, I love the nade battles and Banana. When both teams are vying for it at the same time, you do just see health bars just getting shaken. More to come. Alexi, Cricket, now both chipped away at. OG have won the battle, though. Or rather, the skirmish. Skirmish?
Skirmish? No, skirmish is correct.
Yes, skirmish.
Sorry?
Otherwise known as a skirmish.
Yeah.
What I've done there is the shorthand for skirmish in competitive gaming is scrimmage, scrim, and
the skirmish. I like it. It's a new term.
It's a combination of two.
Yeah. Founded on this day.
I'd like to.
2nd of April 2020.
Submit it to the Collins Oxford Dictionary.
We are going to see a 5-on-5 continue in the scrimmage here. And for now, 50 seconds remain.
Asshole.
And we'll see 2 smokes here. And Buster, he has been fantastic so far. Same story for James. They'll find the opening kills. But there is one clawed back. And I say that. And I mean it because Valda's got nothing. He's at the back with new boxes, 4 players in front of him. There's no rotation. He's done for. That's a great kill. He's bought them at least 5 seconds here. Can he stay alive? Surely not. You can't even consider a retake here. You're so far away. But the bomb will be planted. They've got, in terms of utility on the CT side, nothing. Sanji gets this kill, call it done. He makes a very nice shot towards Banana. And at this stage, you've got a kit, no utility, and a 3-on-2. You might as well hold on to your M4s.
Oh, despite Valda's best efforts, I mean, it felt like he knew it was B very early.
We know the communication can be an issue for this squad, but maybe that was just Valda saying, I feel comfortable here. I've got 1 kill. This feels like a fake. Yep. There should have been a lot more rotation. They were showing a lot towards that side of the map, and he only has to FAMAS. He did well to get 1 kill, let me tell you, as we will find 1 more kill on the Virtus.pro side to tie things up at 2-2 here. That's locked in now. Issa just trying to hold on to his AK-47 if possible. And that's going to be a strong asset going forward. They are going to be forced by whatever happens.
That could be one of those situations where Alexi B was saying it was a fake. You remember we had Mantu on for an interview the other day, and Alexi's like, no, guys, don't worry about it. Even though everything's coming, it's not going to be here. Maybe that was another one of those Alexi moments. They're not always going to land because what he is doing there is using all the Counter-Strike that he's watched and felt as an in-game leader and prepared for in a matchup. And he's also using intuition, right? And intuition is just the gut feeling that he has. So he's kind of combining all of that information together to make some of these big plays.
Yeah, absolutely true. We did say, though, if OG can save... Oh, they're stabbing each other in spawn again. Just for fun at this point, I guess. It happens every game with these guys. But regardless, they do have the AK.
We need like a tally, days since last incident.
Yeah. Well, he's got it on Vertigo, right?
Yeah, that's true.
When falls off the map, we can just take that, have it in the studio.
All right, well, we'll get Rush to build that. I know he's not doing anything right now. Doing the late shift lately.
I know how I end up doing it. I know, like, my excuse for why it's happening.
What's happening?
When I'm knifing teammates.
Oh, right. Okay, what's yours?
It's when I need to buy one final little bit of, like, maybe I'm adding a different piece of utility or I'm buying a pistol because it's the last round. I have my buy menu up and I'm clicking, but I'm also leaving spawn. I'm moving with the buy menu open. And as I'm clicking to select what I'm buying, I also end up not left clicking as the buy menu closes as I leave the buy area. So I just end up knifing someone like an idiot.
Oh. Okay.
Full eco, so it shouldn't be an issue. And look at Kick, he was being
Bomb.
thorough.
No. Here we go again. It's actually going to happen. The Krieg's out. This could be enough. It's going to come down to the 2 versus 1. The bomb is in towards that pit position now. This was the full eco. This has happened before across the series multiple times. And James to save the day here. He has no utility further than a flashbang. An AK-47 for Issa with armor and a kit as well. This should have been a locked-in round. The AK is on the other side of the map, and now James painted into a corner, holding towards quad. He needs to try and find one of these kills.
They might check it from balcony. And they do. Issa gets the frag, and OG have done it again. An eco victory. Valda and Mantu. A triple from Mantu. The credit goes his way because he manages to catch a third player. The Krieg that Issa's just equipped himself with fell to the Mantu frag. That really did confirm things. Let's see that again. It was actually Kicker. He jumps into that.
Yeah. So they killed 1 player there. There was 2 there, right? So they assume it's clear. That's a really sick little setup on this sort of round. If they fully commit, they've killed 1. Why would they assume a second is there? And all the chaos as well. Another player on the bomb site. Frags come through. Kriegs are found. It's scrappy, but OG get it across the line and maintain the lead here. 3-2. Virtus.pro can buy up into the next, but that's a gut punch for a team that's yet to pick up a single map in EPL so far. That's the way they lose to a full eco.
Yeah, I mean, they've finally shaken that map on Overpass, but the series still eludes them, and now I have a feeling that that's going to get that confidence flowing through the veins of the OG camp once again.
So, a full eco victory has led them to a very handsome buy in round number 6 here. Kriegs, M4s, AWPs, residual cash, all the grenades. Looking great out there. Flashbang over the top. Buster confirms the corner is clear. Smoke down. Sandbags, same story. 2 players on the other side. That's Valda and XCB again. Mantu with the orb towards middle. Smoked out. Just assessing the situation there. Working out if there's any gaps, anyone pushing through. For now, happy to hold the defensive line towards Arch.
You're almost seeing the lessons Mantu's learned. He's now looking for boosts over smokes. He's looking for sneaky pushes. Of course, games versus mouse sports will teach you that very quickly. Now, that does look like they're lining up for the BX sec. Molotovs are going to make life for Alexi rather difficult. 1 for Emo, 1 for Oranges, none for Nubox.
Often late.
Okay. Pushing through the smoke, Pickett will get caught. It's Valda doing a fantastic job. What? 2 blind through the smoke. He knows where to put his crosshair, but still a 3v3. They have managed to get access to the site, and it will not be shaken just yet. Mantu's lingering in that smoke for a surprising frag. Woo, puckers me. And now, bomb should get planted. That's the responsibility of Adren. Now, Jane goes hunting towards construction. This is going to be an AWP-on-AWP action.
Yeah, close range as well. We'll see whether Mantu can come out on top. James very quick. We'll see if he nails this one. Of course he does. And now they've got the man advantage as well. MBK left in a 2 versus 1. 2 players to find, and they're on either side as well. He's trying to segregate the battle at this point. That works out. And now the HP not a huge factor considering he's up against the AWP. A full defuse could be on the cards here. He is spotted though, fires off shots, and the battle continues. Yet to do any substantial damage towards it. James. Will he be able to defuse this? Will he be able to touch it? It looks like he's run out of time here, and he'll have to go for it now. Does James feast again? He doesn't. It looks like he's done enough here, boys.
Well played by James. Really nice maneuvers. MBK will go down, as will James, so the AWP's gone, but wow, just the jiggle and the jump across as well. He knew MBK would struggle to track him.
Yeah. Really well played by him. The fact he gets that close range AWP shot, it felt like it was good. MBK did an amazing shift there to even get that first
over the
first pick towards the new boxes there was superb. But James, as I said, very smart player, very quick, knows what he has to do in those scenarios, and he manages to win out the round. That's his prime position. He just thrives in those sort of environments. And Buster, great shots in the round as well. Here was the final sequence. That jump across, that's when it was all over.
Guys, just in, breaking news, all of that kind of stuff.
Go on.
If you're not been following the Counter-Strike world, well, we've kind of been hit as the rest of the world has been, and some things have been moved around. We know that Rio was postponed until November.
We have one major this year.
Yeah, and to combat that, Valve have actually announced the road to that major. It's going to be through some online Counter-Strike. Everything will have to be regionally based on the fact nobody can really travel right now. All that information has just been released on the at CSGO Twitter. You can find that out right now if you want to dive into those details. And also, ESL will be running the first qualification process of that through a tournament known as ESL 1 Road to Rio. So any of that information you can get over at ESL CS on Twitter as well, or any of your news websites for Counter-Strike. So all that's happened. And we're back underway, and well, it's the hero of the eco round with the final frag. We'll start it off with the first, and that forces VP very quickly forward through Palace. Dren's going to take down Mantu, but they're kind of committed to this A play right now.
Yeah, I think you might be right, and it looks like OG are running away with it. Sanji, the last player remaining, as is per tradition. He will be left with just a Krieg and stuck in the apartments here. Another partial, scrappy victory for OG with 4 players surviving here. There's 1 minute still on the clock at this point. It begs the question, why are they operating so quickly against these lesser buys? They should be executing, exploiting the fact they don't have the range. It seems questionable. They've lost 4 players and you've got to hold on to this Krieg for a minute at this stage.
Yeah, this call that's been made here, which is an apartment, it's like kind of pop strat, which is what I assume they were going for.
You don't like it too much, do you?
No, Alexi likes to call it as well. And I understand it because teams are going to put a lot more players over towards the B bomb site. We know that normally 3 players to lock down Banana. And then normally on the A site, you'd want at least 1 player to watch top of middle, so they can't just take that for free. Normally jiggle peeking with a Molotov or a smoke to then stop that mid take so that your B rotation come back over. And occasionally you have someone peered or balcony or halls. So that's a player that you can isolate, right? If you try and pounce on them, there's no one there to help him. The supportive flashes shouldn't be in place. I get the call. It's just one that never seems to work on out when you want it to.
Yeah.
And VP are feeling that here as we've sat through Sanji's POV while he's held on to this Krieg. Nobody wants to chase him on down. And I know the viewers at home want to understand what's happening with this matchup, what's happening within the realms of the league. I've seen some question marks out there on the social medias. If OG win this, they will guarantee themselves, no matter what happens tomorrow, the first spot in the group.
What does the first spot mean, Chad?
The first spot means they'll go straight through to the second phase of round robin groups, which will be already holding such names as Astralis and Na'Vi. If you do come second and third in your group, respectively, you will have to play off against another second or third place team in the play-ins, which we'll be having going down here on Saturday. But the gravitas of this match, OG win, they get first. VP win, they keep the door open for FaZe to qualify. VP cannot qualify, and nor can Tyler.
Well, there you go. A very succinct summary there, Chad. I appreciate it, and I'm sure OG will appreciate that opening kill. Maybe not so much that one. Kicker responds quickly with a Desert Eagle kill. That's straight through the smoke as well towards those logs. Buster takes a lot of damage. Kicker had even more of the orb headshot connecting. And they've recovered an MP9. That's about it. It's looking a lot more promising than that.
Kicker's recently had it in his hands. Immediately snatched out of his grasp by the Mantu orb.
So, in terms of their setup, they've got 1 HE grenade, not really enough to crack open the B side. The Krieg could be, though. Adren bravely leaps in towards the sandbags, try to get that first kill in his favor, but unfortunately the FAMAS will take him down. They'll pick up the Krieg, though. Shame will have it this time. They've got no armor, so aim punch is a real factor.
This Krieg's cursed, Henry. Everyone that's picked it up has just been knocked out of the server.
I think it might happen again. Shoulder peek to bait out the shot, and one actually works out. Jame, not just a one-trick pony, it seems. And they could get actually a plant out of this. The FAMAS probably can't commit. They've got an AWP now and a Krieg. Maybe it's their time to win an eco round.
Yeah, I've got a sneaking suspicion that this is about to go down. Buster on the AWP with his low HP. James challenging, and that's a very long-range shot with a Mac-10. That's why you need a helmet. And we do have the more likely conclusion converted. OG, despite their best efforts from VP, it is going to convert against this eco.
Always wear protection where possible, Alex. Unfortunately for VP, they didn't have the funds equipped to buy the necessary protection of the head armor, or any armor at all, really. This time round, it shouldn't be too many dramas.
I recently learned what PPE stands for. Personal protection equipment.
Yeah, we had to wear a lot of that when I was plumbing.
Ah, so like steel toe cap boots, knee pads.
I didn't wear the knee pads.
But you probably could have and should have.
I definitely should have.
Yeah, okay, so that's all PPE.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
High vis we had to wear the high vis while on site. That was...
Did you get any radios?
Like
no radios, we just yell.
Just yell, it's a more efficient way. Old school.
Bring me the 100 mil pipe. Yeah, Dad, all right. Give me a second.
Oh, well, Buster, you cool, bro?
Buster, that's
cool.
That's an ambitious position to hold in the flames.
That's burning too.
Yeah, well, they're all having a go at it, just throwing themselves into the pits of hell. And at this point, it's a 5-on-3. Alexi B more than happy to oblige. I'm glad he falls back because they don't want to give up this massive advantage they found early on in the round here. Banana is under their remit. And at this point, they've rotated another player over as well. The bomb's not down, so maybe just there to throw an extra smoke and maintain control. They surely need to send someone back towards A, and that's going to be MBK.
Yeah, re-smoking the top, Banana. You're absolutely bang on. just to keep them more and more. I mean, the fact that James just got his knife out crouching in the underpass is a good summary of what VP's mind is processing right now.
Oh, the grenade kill comes in. That was behind barrels of B. Low HP Alexibi with the MP9 was just hoping to get one kill, information early. In fact, his teammates now stranded as Valda once again, they're committing. Molotovs go down towards new boxes. Smoke towards coffins as well. Valda, he said he was good at getting them through the smoke before. He'll have to deliver again. This time, Kicker comes out on top. Or back to a 3-on-3.
VP turning this one on its head thanks to Kickert and his heroics. His nade kill, his frag onto Valda into the site. It does almost paint the picture that VP should be converting this one. There are kits on the retake. There are smokes on this retake. Not so much a plural. Now Kickert's deployed his. The only now CT smoke. Oh, interesting. For the banana. There's 2 Ts there. They're asking for a boost. Kickert's even telling him where to boost him.
Right here. You don't need to worry about anything else. I'll take care of it.
He has, though. That's triple kill. Kickert single-handedly won this round. They back it away. Just like that, Virtus.pro secure their 4th, and it's all thanks to one man.
Yeah, asserting his dominance, firing on the floor, and he will find the all-important kill. 3 to his name. Kicker gets out of there. Issa will save the AWP, but that's a big round to win. Remember, they lost their opening picks there as well. It was full B control for OG, and for some reason, Alexi B was behind the barrels, with 10 HP or so, and all it took was that one grenade. That was the access point, and then all hell breaks loose. Vaulting up, manages to get the first initial kill on the bomb site, and then above the smoke and CT spawn there. Lovely work. And it is going to be a tactical timeout from VP, brought to you by the US Air Force. Virtus.pro caller after winning the last round there. Just going to try and work out what they're up against, I suppose. They're going to have MAC 10s here, hoping the likes of OG won't have helmets. We'll work out what they're dealing with as the timer expires here. There's only 4 grand on Valda, suggests he can only get FAMAS again or M4 armor and just 1 smoke. We'll see what he opts for.
I feel like this would be a no-brainer for OG if they were on the other side of things. You know, if they were on the CT half in the second side and they were battling against it, we might see them go for the force buy. But because there's still a bunch of rounds left within this first half here, they want to really weigh up their options, and it will be the buy. They have fully invested. MBK is going to be left with the MP9.
So Valda's gone for the M4 armor, like he said, but there's only the flashbang he had available. It was $50 shy of getting that 1 smoke. So Molotov and Man2 to challenge here. So that gives up the fact he's got the orb towards the B side of the map. I would say he goes straight in towards A now after firing off that shot, but that's a nice kill for Issa. Orb will make its way back. You can see it in CT spawn right now, just working out whether it wants to hold position. Considering they have a 5-on-4, he could stay on this side of the map comfortably. They have been punishing B time and time again, knowing Valda is there alone. This time, another kill comes in through the smoke. Man2's out of the AWP, but not for long. B-bomb will go down, and Buster trying to push through the smoke.
He's trying to materialize an advantage. Will get James on his signature weapon, perhaps even going to boost him up. He'll do it himself. Sanji on that fading smoke should catch Alexi. James revealed his position already. 1 snuck past and a good pre-fire did catch him, but Sanji onto MBK. 3 versus 3. Bomb's half gone. They're running out of time. Needs to be a frag for OG. They're running out of chances, and James confirmed it. Issa falls. Alexi knife out, really realizing this one is lost, and we will see a 5-5. My question to our 2 Counter-Strike brains now is, B is clearly working for Virtus.pro.
Yeah.
That's 3, if not 4 rounds they've converted off the B site.
Sure.
If I'm OG, do I need to be calling a complete change-up of my B defense, or is it about time that VP hit it?
They had 2 players there. They even had a 5-on-4 advantage, and they had the AWP and Valda ready and waiting. The problem is, remember, they came into that round with Valda having 1 flashbang and an M4. So it wasn't necessarily the setup that let them down there, it was the resources. If Valda has a smoke, an incendiary, maybe he can actually hold them off and do something about it. But with 1 flash, Alex, he really is going to struggle. It's one of the most difficult bomb sites to hold on Inferno, and the fact you've got no resources there in terms of utility, it's always going to be a tough time. If you had the 1 smoke, maybe you can get a couple more kills. The only frag he did find was through their smoke in CT spawn, so couldn't really offer anything back in return.
What I love the most about this is VP, realistically, in the context of this match right here and the Pro League, have nothing to play for, but they are still playing like they have everything to play for. This team has been suffering loss after loss. They haven't been able to get anything done. Their first map of the Pro League was picked up just before, the map before this one.
They need to prove their worth, and these are their only official games coming up on the horizon. So you've got to give them the props they deserve. It's going to catch one alongside Man2. Teamwork Does manage to at least dispatch of one of the fully bought up VP members, but there is absolutely nothing more to be said about this one, you would hope. Admittedly, already one full eco victory has gone the way of OG, just 10 rounds into this one. Maybe another one could be on the cards. It's only determined by the VP missteps. It's just USPs, so even if they get caught off guard, their reactions should be effective enough. They haven't checked it. They'll be sending a Mac 10 to clear that one out nice, neat, and tidy. Not going to be falling foul to any of that. We have ourselves 6-5 then on the scoreboard. Just NBK to ensure the formality is complete. He might even have a good go on that Jame Orp USP duel. I am not holding out my hope for NBK, but he's having a back.
Yeah.
Here we go.
There is a chance.
There's always a chance in Counter-Strike.
Still now. Well, not anymore. There it is. It's going to be Virtus.pro with the lead of this one on the T side. This is looking very good for their first series pickup. So you said there's nothing to play for in terms of the league. That's absolutely correct, but they can still bag 5,000 euros.
That's true.
For winning this one, and that's a cool grand each if you do the maths, Chad.
And I suppose with this new announcement from Valve, which I was just telling the world about, the online Counter-Strike realm is one that has to be accepted and grabbed with both hands for the majority of 2020.
It's going to be a lot of Counter-Strike coming up online in the next couple of months.
Well, we can guarantee you that.
Yeah, that's quite the announcement. Coming to you live here from EPL and Valda. No chance of getting a kill there. His crosshair was nowhere to be seen. Right in the middle of two. And we'll have another 5-on-4 situation, maybe a 3. This is looking pretty woeful from OG now. They're not really working together. They're just gallivanting down towards B one by one, hoping to make up for the mistakes. Together. Yeah, FaZe are loving this.
All right, so what if we live in the world where, let's say VP have already won this game, right?
I think they have.
So then tomorrow, the game against FaZe is hugely important for OG because OG, if they win that match, can still guarantee themselves first place because the other 2 games we have going on are VP taking on Tyloo. That does not matter at all. Forget that game. The G2 versus Mousesports game is important. And the reason that that game is important is because whoever wins out of that match will be ahead of the other one seeding-wise, right? So Mousesports or G2 could guarantee themselves second spot, assuming OG beat FaZe. Now,
assuming
if FaZe beat OG, that's when everything gets a little bit messy. That's where we need to start looking at all the head-to-heads that happened. I do believe that FaZe lost to both Mousesports and G2. So if they tie with either of those individuals, it's going to they'll lose out on a head-to-head. So
it could put OG 4th.
I think what happens is they need to force it into a 3-way tie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tomorrow's going to get messy. That's all I know.
It always does.
I'm down for that. A messy last day of a group. No difference there.
Okay, then. Well, back into this realm. We do have not even a partial buy here for OG, but that doesn't seem to be a problem for them. Maybe it will be this round. No opening kill found this time. MBK removed early on at the 1 minute 30 mark. It's a 5-on-4. They don't have armor. They don't really have much more than a single smoke on the A side of the map. And we do now see Buster trying to make his way up. Smoke's actually here for the CTs, but it might not really do much, considering Buster's already passed it. And, well, Valda will deliver a headshot. Nice work.
Yeah, very nice shot. Buster was being so careful as he slowly, procedurally cleared his angles and still only catches a bullet to the dome. Valda's done well. And Issa is in a very powerful position. Sanjeet. Oh, it's always Sanjeet. Staring at it. Is Issa going to exercise enough patience to have the drop on these players? Oh, he does. 1. In a second, the precision wasn't there, but it's good damage as well. 40 seconds, and he's got the information to convey to Mantu. Sitting on short, and he's hit a fantastic shot. He was the hero of the eco win before. Now OG, they have the numbers. 30 seconds, the bomb's on its way to B, and kick it, the bloody smart cookie has secured another round.
Yeah, you could see that all building up. But Dren was in trouble there. Sure, he did a lot of damage towards Mantu, but it was enough to show that they were going towards A. Kicker, on the other hand, confirmed the B side was clear. He's now got a fantastic position towards Spawn. There should be absolutely no way they could win this round on the OG side. They'd be better off to saving this AWP and AK-47 combo, but it's 2-on-2. Probably going to see whether there's at least a free kill available towards that barrel position. XCB to have a look at it. Remember, they've got no kits, no armor. Might as well hold on to the weapons. Which they will, which makes sense. And if they found a Krieg, they indeed will pick that up. It's going to be LXCB taking that to the next round, and they need it. They've lost to half the VP here on Inferno. It's going to be 8-5, sorry.
It's likely to be a 10-5 with the way that these rounds have been happening.
Yeah, I agree.
The competitive nature of them has simmered out as every round has been mounted from VP as they're continuing to march forward in this one here.
VP do look like the better team.
Yeah.
Here on Inferno, that's for sure.
Their woes, though, have come through their CT sides, right? We've been talking about their CT-sided stat lines thus far and how it's just individuals were really struggling, but maybe that's changed after Buster's overpass performance. He was able to multi-frag like a banshee over on that B bomb site. Here's Issa and Man2. Their Deagle highlights, but this time round not enough as we will get into round number 14. The guns will come out once again. AWP for the big man Ting. Let's see if he can find any impact here.
Give me that fast B peak. I love it. I'd love to see an OG opening pick that is not immediately traded.
Yeah, that's a good call. They have been struggling on this side of the map, to say the very least. Dropping the close incendiary to deny the rush. Whole position here. Molotov in the corner should push him back, though, unfortunately. Jame, on the other hand, smoked off. Can see all the usual protocols deployed at this point. Lots of utility, lots of time. Adren. Smoke in hand. Looking to smoke the arch side, but looks at things here.
Has to wait for it to fade.
So they're going to finish up towards A. I believe that smoke lands in the arch. And we're going to be going in towards a push towards quad. They have full mid control now. In terms of the CT setup, they have MBK at the apartments. Issa waiting in the pit. Rotations coming through. They have 4 players on this side of the map now as the final commitment comes in.
That was a lot of damage right there that just happened top middle. They're softened up. They're wounded.
In comes Adren. In comes Buster. Straight into the crosshairs of NVK. A double kill for OG. Jame has managed to catch one already. Still into the site. Man2 yet to be caught out. He's about to be tested, as is Issa. Man2's already caught the first. Jame desperately trying to find the wallbang. 25 seconds. It's all on him. He's just lost his entire team and now desperately trying to get his ass out of there. Keep hold of that AWP. It's time to see if Jame... Ooh, okay, will get away. Alexi B making a bit of a meal of it. Yeah.
Well, there was plenty of money regardless. You can see $12,000 for Adren and Kick out there, so they can drop everything they possibly need for this final round of the first half. They've already got enough on the board, to be honest with you. 8 on the T side of Inferno is great, but Inferno has become a lot more competitive in terms of that sort of thing recently. It's not so much the CT side of the fair we're used to. We have a couple of Kriegs pretty much across the board here for the T side. Virtus.pro, and we do have a couple as well for OG. That's Issa and Alexi B to have the high-powered weaponry for the final round here as they send Man2 over the orb towards B. Kick up, dealing with the flames, and throws a grenade back in response. A decent one of that.
Good catch by Man2. So he's going to get flashed off again. If he repicks this line, he's a braver man than I. It wouldn't be advisable, but you know, as we can see, he is posted on up. Molly's going to hold them back for a few more moments, but that smoke now is curious. They have lost the opening pick over towards the A-bomb site.
Yeah, that was top of middle. MBK was holding towards quad side, and Sanji just took him down, no problem. And now they've got plenty of time. A 5-on-4 again. Normally it's Valdo that's alone, but this time it's Man2 with the orb.
Oh, he's going to get so overwhelmed. He'll take a shot and get swung on. Has to back away now, realizing that survival is more integral. 60 seconds as his smoke is deployed. He has got the rotate coming in. Valdo, the cavalry's on its way.
More B, why not? You pointed out a very good point early, Alex, of the fact that the B bomb site takes just kept being successful. Now with the opening pick, it should be a little bit easier to find the hole in the defense. And now the smokes and mollies come over.
Nade is strong, will do no damage. As Valda now ready and waiting in position.
Kickers on the boxes, 3 of them flooding in from pool. Adren to clear, and a dink exchange, but Adren's weapon a little more effective than that of Valda.
Come on, Sanji, get it down. 5-on-3, Man2. The only one that gets them into this round and misses the first shot. Sanji certainly doesn't. Alexi B is so far away. There's almost 0 chance they can win this. So it's 5-on-2 is the final round. There'll be no saving. They've both got Krieg, sure. But what do they even do at this point? How are you even going to find a kill? They'll flash over. Maybe there's a chance of that.
This is it. This is round number 9 on the board for VP here. It's going to be easy as you like.
9-6 at half. Virtus.pro hunting for their first series victory here in EPL. Not much on the line for them, but a lot for FaZe. We'll see if they can close things out after this break.
see me shining, calling me a goddess. Thunder and the lightning. I'm falling, I'm faster, making my way back. I'm close to home. I'm fighting harder because I've come to claim my throne. Never letting go. These wings carry me. Live this fantasy. Burning through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. Gonna let it burn. I'm running through the fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. And I live this fantasy. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah. Gonna let it burn. Running through the fire, fire. Gonna let it burn. I am the Messiah, Gonna let it burn.
Third map, it's a big one. VP OG, a lot on the line, and it does seem that the Virtus.pro boys have convinced our caster Desk that they'll be taking Inferno. OG, a flimsy CT side at times, some crazy eco victories,
Yes.
admittedly, but it has wavered our faith in the team that's currently undefeated.
Well, one half remains between these two teams, Alex. OG and Virtus.pro now. The scoreline lies at 9-6 in favor of the CIS squad. OG will have to gather their resources here and work out how they can battle in this pistol round. They've got one smoke, no upgraded pistols, and 4 sets of Kevlar. Sanji looking for that aggression towards middle. We talked about this in the first half. A lot of teams doing this these days.
You can see the preparation they have. They've got 3 Ts that are ready to respond for this aggression, and it's worked wonders. Already 2 kills. James lost most of his health. Sanji's in trouble as well, and they're heading straight towards a wide open bomb site. This is the dream pistol for OG. Can't ask for more than this. They'll smoke out CT. Flash for safe measures. Does catch Man 2. He'll be a little miffed about that one, but the tap through the smoke from Kickit will not render too much, and there's still 2 players from the CT side who are locked in on the A site. NBK is going to have fun just corralling them around.
OG would do very well to lose this. This would be one of the most spectacular pistol round losses of all time if they lost this round right here. And as we can see by VP, who are doing their very, very best to hold on to what armor and utility they have left over, well, if you want to be MBK, it is the pistol round. I'm not going to care at all if you want to go for a hunt out of this apps position. Take your time, milk the clock, go for the frags. There's no reason why you shouldn't.
MBK now making his way forward, and he does for the first. Surely the swing comes from Kick Out momentarily. He knows the USB bullets aren't plentiful, and it's going to be the full manhunt here for the remaining CTs, just to make sure they don't have a strong force buy in the second round. Looks like the Glock will finish things off. So Is has managed to farm himself an extra $900 there, Chad, and deny them having armor, because they get a force buy here, right?
Yeah.
Every team force buys in the second round. The reason they're saving the armor is they can get MP9s, nades, already have the Kevlar, maybe upgrade for free to a helmet. So now that's all been shut down. It gives OG a greater chance of winning this second round. So certainly worth the hunt. They're the ones that don't really need to survive it. As long as they win the pistol, that's all that really matters. And they will do so effectively. It's 9-7 now. Force buy comes through. You can see those CZs and
Five
Deagles.
smokes.
5 smokes is the aim of the game. Every team will force buy this second round on the CT side, because you can play it in such a way that whistles down the clock, makes things very uncomfortable, and hopefully strike with multiple opponents towards key choke points.
So there's 3 nades left, and they've already found a significant amount of damage with the first. 3 more nades all over here on this A bomb side. Oh no, they're going for the same play that VP tried and it didn't work for them. It's not going to work out again.
Why does everyone want to go for the tightest choke point on the map?
It's an Alexi B special, that one. I'm telling you, that's just one of those the things.
I just don't get it.
When I heard his comms in London, it's like he defaulted to time and time again.
We've casted them on this map before. Like we've seen these same issues. The exact same thing happened, right? And you said the same thing.
He's not with them. So it's in-game leader brain. He thinks how the round should work. Oh yeah, we'll trade the guy on balcony. We'll get control of pit. That's he's not there seeing how difficult that was going into the Deagles being used as shotguns at close range.
Which is what Rops was talking about yesterday. We had an interview with Mouse Sports. Rops was making it clear that he's actually changed his gameplay now to actually, on those half buys, he'll play close to the ramp smoke and use the Deagle like a shotgun. Another prime example here, in apartment, Sanji can just sit in that corner and use it. We know, not waiting for the reset. You can just keep spamming it, and it's like an auto.
All you need is body shots.
2 body shots,
right?
yeah.
Just spamming that away, no real aim required. If they've given them that sort of tight choke point, they've removed their advantage at the range. They've got the AK-47s. They're not actually getting any sort of advantage there. The Deagle might actually be a more effective weapon, considering you just spam it. You're the ones ready and waiting. You've got a crossfire set up as well.
Yeah, well,
no real damage inflicted, by the way.
No,
they didn't even hurt the CTs.
It's clean. It's a clean round. Let's do this, Bastion. Give us another round right now, but we're going to have it from the T side perspective. We'll stay on board with OG. We'll only focus on the OG side. We're going to see them limp in with a horrible buy, these 2 saved AKs, and we'll talk you through the information that they have available and what they have to deal with.
Like the picture they're building.
Yeah,
that sounds like a good plan. Especially considering with these 2 rifles, they are going to be enticed, especially considering 1500 is double eco territory, to equip their players as best they can. Let's see this Deagle shotgun we're talking about. This Sanji just getting the 1 body shot, Kick it getting the other, and there's another prime example.
So yeah, you can see them set up with the bomb there, hoping it's to flash out, have no problems. Everyone's like turtled up on the bomb side in the pit, but they didn't account for that. A default would have led them to a much more advantageous situation. They wouldn't have had to go in blindly, and for now, they will have to force buy back with what they can. PT50, CZs, not a whole lot else.
All right, so the Ts, they take boiler control and halls control. So they know they have that bit of information. They're setting up for an execute right now. They don't know what constellation the CTs are currently sitting in. As we can see right now, they do have half wall control at top of Banana. MBK was just up in that boiler room, clearing out that, and now he's setting up for a set piece. This smoke over towards the arch side will be part of them getting mid control. So right now the Ts are taking a gamble. We don't know what's waiting on the other side. We're using our utility to isolate one side of middle, and we're going to fight the quad side. As they prop on up here, nobody is lying in wait.
Does he use this smoke to walk through?
Oh, he's gone through straight into 3 individuals. The timing, it's crazy. They've gone into the unknown.
Complete unknown, leaping through the smoke. There was 2 waiting on either side. If it was just 1, he might have even caught him off guard. It looked like he had, but James, alongside him for the ride, does get the double kill that he needed to provide. 10-7.
Oh dear, Mansu and Valda. Remember, they are all in on this particular round. The loss bonus will be at 1900 if they give this one up without a plant. And that's looking very likely here, boys. The bomb's down towards middle. They're segregated right now. The AK is actually over towards the B side of the map. And Mansu, he's on an island. 20 seconds remaining. He knows there's players around here. His inevitable doom will be coming through. And he does get a dink at least towards kick out, but it doesn't lead into a frag. 4 versus 1, Valda. Either saves again and gets no money, which is probably the better option considering he'll only get 1900. He's already got an AK and armor, but it means his money won't be the same as his teammates now. It's going to be an absolute mess out there. So they won't have anything. They're full eco, so they can't even get PT50s to go with this, really. So Valda will have an AK armor. He can't even afford much more than a decoy. He'll drop his USP. That's how bad it is. That's when you know things are going really wrong. He's dropping USP as like, here's something. Like,
it's the best
it's not the best weapon in the game. No one's saying that. But let's see if it's better than a Glock.
Oh dear. Okay, so realistically, unless Valda can have a miracle round right now, it should be 12 on the board for VP. They're sitting pretty.
Valda didn't get a Glock himself. He's only got the AK.
This is becoming a worrying sign. We saw a bit of that on Overpass as well. And the worrying sign, ladies and gentlemen, is the round's being timed out.
And this is the AK just gone. Good try, I guess. Didn't really equate to much. I suppose they had no flashbangs. Nothing else, just wanted to go for the dry peak, but that's the only player of armor now removed quickly. Mantu will recover the AK-47. I don't think they'll be winning this eco.
I hope he doesn't save it either, because if you're on the T side and you keep saving into those weapons, nice grenade there.
Bye, MBK.
You're
Off
not
you go.
allowing your loss bonus to build up if you keep saving. So just for those people who aren't aware, on that T side, if you held on to that AK-47 and you're Valda, you can see right now his bank balance is $50. Oh, this should just be the slaughter here. So next round, Valda will get the 2,400 loss bonus, but he didn't get the $1,900 loss bonus in the previous.
He's got the AK now as well, so anything they did have working in their favor, i.e. saving an AK or getting some picks, that's been handed over to the CT side now, delivered almost.
MP9 though, Henry.
MP9 now.
Best gun in the game.
Pound for pound, the best. Might be able to get a second. It does get the dink, but not quite enough there for the frag. 12-7, OG on their knees at this point, boys. Remember, Valde got no money, so he only gets the 2,400 going into this round. So he's down to a pistol, whatever happens at this point. His teammates have to buy it, and that's what I mentioned before. That's why it makes the money a mess. If one person is above or below the rest of the team, it means things are disjointed, discombobulated. And now they're going to have to try and salvage a round, potentially the series, off this one alone with one of their star players on just the CZ75.
Whenever you say discombobulate, I can just immediately imagine Robert Downey Jr. in slow motion slapping someone's ear in Sherlock Holmes.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, so he's slapping someone's ear in slow motion. He says,
I've heard it's very good.
discombobulate.
Really?
And it's like really exciting.
That sounds cool.
I'll recommend it to a friend. In fact, I just did. Check it out.
Am I your friend?
If you're lucky. Sometimes. On Sundays and Saturdays, I'm never so sure, but you're a weekday friend for sure.
Yeah, what I get up to on the weekend is not safe for the broadcast.
No, he's like a werewolf, honestly.
Yeah, something a bit darker than like Althapy, but we'll see.
Alder's got a complex lineup for his front of sight smoke, the Fnatic smoke, if you will.
Can we see that where that landed, Bastion?
It's the Fnatic smoke, but from a much easier position.
He's thrown that safely from behind
So when I throw that, I have to go in towards logs, line it up about 15 different things, jump throw it, and then it makes it. But that looks a lot easier, much more efficient.
This is a very slow round from OG here. Posturing around. They don't have a huge amount to work with, especially Valda, who we mentioned he was only going to get that 2,400 loss bonus coming into his bank balance. Flush through the smoke. James, he's going to miss a shot here and, well, has a chance to fall on back, but the pressure's on.
Yeah, I love his reaction, though. He's managed to make himself a winnable duel, and he's actually converted it onto Alexi B. He is going to be pressured down by Valda, so that's a big scalp to take, because now the site is theirs, and OG will succeed on an A play. It was through long. They previously tried it the round before. Of course, you saw Alexi throwing his body through there and actually meeting two CTs. This time, they met two. It was Sunchi and Jame. At this time, they prevailed in the duel. So it will be 7 translating now into 8. And the 12 of VP still stationary. They'll be preserving 3 rifles. 2 of them are T weaponry, so unobtainable should they go down. Very nice bonus of that one-shot headshot.
Oh, yes. Might as well hold on to the AKs, that's for sure. It will be OG finding this round with 4 players surviving. It's been the first bit of good news they've had since the pistol, to be honest with you.
Oh, the pistol was nice. I forgot about that.
The pistol was pretty good.
It was a good pistol
The
round,
follow-up,
Not
we'll
so
forget
good.
about that one as quickly as we saw it happen.
The Apsy thing.
Yeah, they're not going to be too happy with how that one went on down, so we won't continue to rub salt in the wound here. But this game right now continues to push forward. For VP, it's all for FaZe Clan. They're trying to keep that door open for FaZe to potentially snag one of those top 3 spots. For OG, well, their adversary of tomorrow, which will be FaZe Clan, winning here today, they can knock away the other international team's hopes.
If I'm Nico, I'm DMing Jame. I'm saying I've got a real nice skin for you, bro. If you can just go ahead and beat OG. Just do me a favor. I'll buy you a nice AWP. Just go win. Go, boy. Go.
Can't get a Dragon Lore with his signature on it anymore because we don't have Cobble in the pool, so a bit unfortunate for Jame.
Yeah, that is sad times. You could buy one and put a sticker on it.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Sanji tagged up at the start. This time B looking a lot more promising for OG. 4 players behind them as well. They have Issa just displaying some presence towards middle. He's baited out a bit of utility. The CT smokes down. The flash is in return as well. He'll hold off the rotations now. A B execution looking very likely. See if this is where they want to finish up. They only have 2 smokes. They're pretty much fully committed here. You can't fake this. You're going to be smoking coffins. And CT spawn, mollying new boxes. Maybe emo as well. Here come the smokes, and they're juggling weapons, presumably giving Valda the AWP, which they do.
And off we go. Is it going to be contact?
Oh, looks like it.
CT smoked, you walked through it? That's just, it seems like a death sentence.
The element of surprise here is what could work in their favor.
I'm going to be surprised if they commit, no, it does look like they're going to be waiting this one out.
It looks okay for them. That other smoke, though, that's the big problem. They're going to have to go off this one now.
Yeah, full flash on Buster. Adren, how do you get two there? One spray of his AK and two bodies dropped. These are the preserved rifles from the OG success in the previous. And now with just 3 left, they have to focus on sight. Their attention's drawn CT, and rightfully so. They've caught James, and now Buster's exploited as well. Alexi's clawed it back with a double of his own, and Adren still fragging. He's got himself a triple kill that's still not going to translate into a round win unless Sanji can get a ridiculous shot. Issa was waiting for him, and we will see 9.
It felt like a Virtus.pro round there, to be honest with you. 2 kills upon entry. They were coming for a grey screen as well. It wasn't quite enough, though. Some way, somehow, Issa battling tooth and nail there on the B bomb site. AK-47 has been his weapon of choice this week, and he is doing amazing things out there with the weapon.
Yeah, continuing to put in some big numbers here.
They need them as well at this point. Remember, this is a series against Virtus.pro, who are yet to pick up anything in EPL so far. Currently, it's at 0-3. Only picked up their first map in this series so far. OG are 3-0, looking to top their group.
We saw VP win a round like this as the second round of this half. It was nades, it was similar scenes, it was the Deagles up close and personal though, and they don't have as many of them this time around. Still some potent pistols. I don't know if we see OG falling into that same trap. Nade over the top, keeping Adren in check.
I swear, we've never seen this much utility damage in Counter-Strike prior to the last year of play. It's just every round now. Everyone's got their HEs sorted for all of the hotspots. It's no longer a Molotov and execute. It's nade damage upon nade damage, then an execute. Everyone's finding success, CT and T alike, especially on Inferno. It seems to be one of the most sussed out utility damage-driven maps. Admittedly, that's a part and parcel of the design of the map. Astralis proved that.
Remember the stack. 4 players for the CTs on this side of the map, and MBK doing a great job of suggesting that's where they could finish things up. Just firing off shots towards spawn, coffins, the bomb site, and poor old Kicker will have to deal with 4 coming towards the quad side. He has got a bit of backup now in the form of Sanji, but I don't think this will be enough to hold the wolf from the door.
Oh, the push.
Oh, they're charging up middle. Lexi's going to be motivated into the site. Does get the first. There's the trade from Kickett. And damn, that shotgun deagle not far off from finding another onto Issa. Still will be converted by OG. It seems James and his boy Adren have managed to get themselves now positioned nicely for what would have been a retake. But hang on a second. Adren's not being checked. He was being held, and that's enough for him. He's decided that will do.
Just being a little bit cheeky there, isn't he? Showing his face, saying, hi, we could be here. Don't start thinking we're saving just yet.
Yeah, right. Stay honest. Stay on the site. Let me try and kill you on the exit.
Oh, he's actually going back for a double dip here. I thought he would have completely bailed on out. I know he only has the CZ, but they'd be hyper aware of his position right now. They know they don't need to go anywhere near him.
They certainly won't save in pit, that's for sure. Backing away now towards CT spawn, a safe haven for them. They'll leave Valdem on the site just to... Oh, they lost Issa. At that range, he goes down, which is it's a small thing, but in the grand scheme is going to be forcing a full rebuy from his kit.
Yeah, so now for Virtus.pro, they need to turn the tide here. They've lost 3 on the trot themselves. The initial 3 that they were able to get, first of all, came through that Deagle round that we've been speaking so much about. And then after that, OG's economy wasn't looking great. But now that they've been able to re-establish some decent buys, they've been looking very, very threatening here. We won't see the T-sided Oh, no, we will see the T-sided AWP in the hands of Mantu.
We have to. The crowd wants it. The crowd demands it. And for now, he's looking confident. Making his way up towards the logs here, watches the corner. Molotov to the right, does enable CD to cross over. Very quick shot, but doesn't quite connect it. They take a lot of damage for that. Valda and Lexi B just get wrecked by the grenades, and they don't really dish out any damage in response here. Virtus.pro looking to find their first series victory. They are knocking on the door of it right now. This is not looking good, though. Adren in the open, the flashbang ineffective. Buster painted into a corner. He's at first oranges, and it looks like he will be taken out as well. Another round on the board for OG as they just claw this one back. Round by round now. They were 3-1 down. This will be their 4th in a row.
He's just heard this. He's going to take away both of these rifles. He's definitely going to go after the arch side player. That's James Orp. Kick it staying in boiler. Oh, he's caught the tail end. Hide and seek.
James reacting, you can see he's changed his position. Issa is going to get caught by Kicker, and they'll do well to keep hold of their rifles now. You can see all of OG spring to action. Just to make sure that the CT route is contained. Does actually seem like I thought they were going to go towards CT. Instead, they'll go banana and happily just collect the 11th round. No more exit frags for Mr. James or Monsieur Kikat.
There's been a lot of plays, boys, in this one, and we do have the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel power plays coming up when we make it to the next segment. Anyone sticking out for you? The ESA 1v3
That's got to be it.
Yes,
Ace, that was a pretty nice one.
That was it to say. I know, and the eco victories as well have got to be up there. I feel like it's difficult to pinpoint that down to one player, but there have been some tremendous moments of just default pistols.
It's true. It's hard because we have to put a player's name on it. So it would only be like Mantu's two-piece with the USP.
It doesn't really bang the way we want it to, does it?
You're right. You're right.
Good point.
But that's exciting me. I forgot we had that section coming up today, so that's cool. Always a bit of a crowd favorite, and so are these sort of headshots. Gonna be Kicker delivering a lot of pain down towards the bottom of B. Good for 1.5. Alexi on 23 HP here. One grenade will take him down. And Adrem, he's had up and down experience so far towards B. This is the partial buy with James Orb.
Yeah, and Alexi's managed to deny that rifle. He's also picked up the Krieg himself and will back away with it. He could go down. They're going to bring the fight. It's only Mantu. He's not going to get overwhelmed. God, that could have really downward spiraled.
Yeah, absolutely true.
Thank goodness. They stabilize. Their low HP players are likely going to be prioritized to come in last. And so Alexi B will just be the scout. Heads on in, does go down. In the meantime, Mantu's caught another one. Now James Orp is here. I'm getting a bit nervous now.
I'm very nervous. And he even went through the molly.
Oh, you ballsy bastard. Now running away with the bomb. NBK's thrust into a crucial round of the game. They're still clearing out banana.
Yeah.
He's planted A.
He's got so much time here with smoke as well. He was going to deploy it early and just set up his defenses here now. Where does he want to position himself? Where can he be the biggest nuisance? They're going to stick together and both come from middle. They're going to have to make sound cues here. He'll be able to hear those, and he tucks himself in boiler. Is there going to be trade potential here? The CZs, Kriegs, everything barreling up here, and the first kill is found.
James knows where he is. James has a Krieg.
Oh, he's outplayed him.
He fakes the steps onto the site. NBK gobbles up the bait like a good little fish, and that makes 13 for VP.
Wow.
He schooled him there, didn't he?
He did. So, remember, you know they're on pistols, etc. this round. Like, there's a high likelihood he doesn't have the kit. And the fact he's run towards a bomb, I know why NBK's face now. You're thinking, well, he's just going to the bomb, he's going to tap it, we're going to have some fun here. But no, James has baited him out, and to the point where he feels he's got such an advantage, he has the freedom to even peek that. But no, James is waiting a 200 IQ play, and we will see Alex is smashing things over there in excitement.
He's so excited now, Alex, about this VP. Almost victory.
I was as thirsty as NBK was. I had to get a drink.
So Kriegs and a 13th round found for VP here. They'll take a tactical timeout brought to you by the US Air Force just to catch their breath. We're getting to the crunch time now. You can hear the special music start. That suggests that things are about to get interesting and heat up, Alex.
Okay, so I love you, Henry, but can we no longer call it the special music?
Why? What do you want to call it?
I don't know. Just the special music doesn't resonate with me.
Okay, what do you want to call it?
Tense time.
It's the tense
Welcome
time?
to the tense time, brought to you by the US Air Force.
I'm yet ready. I haven't got like a replacement ready.
Okay.
I just struggle.
So we have to workshop this.
Yeah, we'll workshop it over the course of the mountain of Counter-Strike we're going to be commentating.
This is crazy right now. This is a 4-man B stack on a gun round. This is something Astralis would do to come and drop early nades so that the second wave of attack through banana would be hit with just as much CT resistance.
I've always wondered if you were astute enough, you'd be able to identify the different ways in which those extra players throw their nades.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you just go, oh, it's okay. It's just going to be the A players throwing those nades, and then they could accelerate A on it. Like these tiny cues, it's possible. Depends if the players have put their heads together on how they're throwing their stop nades. And look at this one. Start off with a bang. Opening duels are found for both squads to start it off. Mid-control seized with a smoke arch, and actually players there as well. Look at them go. Oh, he stands his ground. Sanji. Very effective catch, keeps the man advantage in favor, and all three members of OG have now congregated towards long. This is not an easy position to be in.
Certainly not. Buster with the M4 and Spawn trying to lock them in here. They are kind of stuck. Issa does get himself towards Cubby. An interesting position considering the context of the round. Looking for rotating CTs here, but they are very aware. Buster checking every single corner here, not taking any chances.
He's not expecting Issa there, though, and it's worked out wonderfully. Now Sanji has to focus his attention, as does Kickert, and they're going to get the frags they need. OG overcoming the man disadvantage. Great, smart play to get Issa, as the smoke fades, to tuck into Mini, completely unchecked. And now, well, James, he's got a 1v2 to deal with. He's already won a fantastic clutch over against MBK to put the 13th on the board, but now the 14th does feel like it's out of arm's reach.
Well, he has the incendiary, flashbangs and a kit, but James, he will hold on to the AWP for now. Their money's not amazing, that's for sure. And in terms of loss bonus, they'll be getting 2,400 into the next round. So, yeah, definitely on to the AWP. Not going to win that one. There was a chance, but he doesn't need to win this round. If the scoreline was the other way around, maybe I'll have to consider it. But at this stage, it's going to concede the 12 for OG, who have now on a bit of a spree. They've managed to pick up 6 rounds out of the last 7.
I just want to maybe make a bit of a note here
Go on.
About Sanji in that position. Now, obviously, Buster died trying to come out of the library to help them on the A site, but Sanji does what a lot of players who are in supportive roles try to do. They feel that their job all the time is to make sure they're plugging the gaps. So as Buster died, his attention was immediately drawn, even though he was in a safe position, to watch library. If he was up on that box, yeah, then he could have watched it. It would have been fine. But he's started to look and second guess himself, which has left him between 2 positions. They've come up quad, and he's caught himself looking the wrong way. So the support players occasionally can find themselves trying to do too much. As right now, OG will be throwing utility over towards that B bomb site, trying to keep anybody close in check. They have got the bomb in banana right now, and a minute 26 left on the clock. It does look like it probably will be a B execute, but they do need to make sure they wait out these smokes again, because VP have reinvested in the same way we've seen work for them in the previous.
Here it comes then, James to defend. He's completely flashed, but he nails the first shot. We're coming down to the last few rounds here. This is a very important one, and the utility is overwhelming for the T side. A 4-on-4, Valda low. They've got 1 smoke remaining. They'll throw it in towards Spawn, and James looks like he's hungry for yet another frag here. He's been excellent today. That flick doesn't connect, though. An opportunity now for them to actually make their way towards the site, and the bomb goes down. They're frozen in the spot right now. They don't know what to do.
Deer in the headlights. It does look that way. Now, finally, the bomb retrieval mission will go down. Mantu is the one to try and entry into the site. Issa's done well to babysit. James, good go down as well. Issa, the hero OG need. Sanji does well with his unarmored P250 to tap away at the head.
They got the AWP.
They're screwed now, surely. Buster's going to fall. Oh, lovely jubbly. Double straight out of the gate. 1 bullet, 2 kills, and that's 13.
That's an efficient way to do it. Much calmer at that point. Fire 1 bullet, take them both down. And I have to say, OG, they lacked some assertiveness behind that play. But overall, it was absolutely fantastic towards the end. Issa stepping up again, Chad, with the Kree, finding headshot after headshot. I thought Sanji did enough for the PT50 kill, but Mantu seals the deal. And there's 1 buy remaining here. We're going the full distance. Virtus.pro will have a double orb set up for the first time now as Buster will bring out that secondary sniper. 3 players towards B, challenging this time. Smokes down towards T steps. Flashbangs to follow. A man who lines up his shot. Might pull the trigger. Once he does, no one there to receive. And through the smoke they go. The flashbang.
It's stressful now, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that last round kind of encapsulated that whole idea that this is really right down to the wire. Both teams not looking 100% comfortable, missing shots now, missing smokes, and absolute pandemonium ensuing.
Oh, onto the B bomb site. They barrel this time just with the flash, and it's not good enough. Buster and Sanji both chime in. They shut this down before it can get started.
Yeah, I mean, Valda's going to have a good go. I like his position. Oh, he didn't even spot it. Over the smoke was Buster, and now missing his shots. He's gone down. 14 confirmed for Virtus.pro. 2 away from their first series win of EPL.
It will mean $5,000 in their back pocket and a chance for FaZe to make it through the group as well. There is quite a lot on the line here, not just for them. All the teams included within the group. Another US Air Force tactical timeout. And we're going to call this, not the special music, but the magical music. How about that? Does that work for you?
I think that's as bad as my attempt.
Magical.
Magical? No.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know if we have to address the music. Maybe
I feel like we do now.
Built.
No, I feel like it has to be.
It has to have a name?
Yeah, it's going to be on my mind forever.
Okay,
otherwise.
I got you. Okay.
Story time. We tend to tell stories while this music's on.
The tension indicator. Make
That's
it sound.
good. Let's go with that.
The tension indicator has.
We'll do that at the Katowice Grand Final next year.
Oh, yes, and as you
Do
can
take
tell,
note of the tension indicator. Okay, terrible ideas are all across the board. You know, it's okay to have them.
I'm just glad you had one as well, just so you felt as silly as I did.
Yeah,
That's what I wanted.
I feel silly every day I wake up, Henry. There's no absence
All
of
right,
that.
hold up. Do or die right now, OG. 3 rounds away from topping the group or potentially having to fight for survival tomorrow versus FaZe Clan. We can see the CZ75s being purchased on up with a bit of utility behind them, but it will be a slower approach early.
Is that it?
Well, I thought,
was
that
your line?
I thought you guys would grab it now and we keep the hype high
Oh,
for
we're
a
doing a
minute.
proper
Yeah,
hyping. All right.
Yep.
Yes, that's right, Chad. Making our way up towards middle. You can see it's a compromise situation at best for OG here. CZs, Galils, they've invested absolutely everything they had into this round. If they give it up, it's going to be series point for VP. They're first on the board here at EPL, and there's so much on the line. James falls back, smoke down. Alex, what have you got for me?
At the moment, it's going to be Kicker that's got nothing for you. NBK does connect aggressive on the balcony. James, however, close
let's
quarters,
go.
and he's got the no-scope into the smoke. He throws another bullet. Is going to catch him? No, he's not. James will connect, and 15 immediately delivered. Virtus.pro are on the precipice of their first series.
Is that good enough for you, Chad?
It ain't James time, it's James time.
Ooh,
All right, that one missed.
okay.
All right, sorry guys. You know, we're trying. We're workshopping
No,
things
exactly.
out here. We're workshopping
we
them.
are.
We're giving them a crack. You know, no one's watching.
We're
This is, you know,
making
just
each
us.
other feel as comfortable as possible. It's really good.
This is great
We're
stuff.
battling with each other now to make each other just...
1 round away now. VP, their first win.
This could be it.
I've got a
This is the
tingle,
moment.
a tingle in my dingle that says otherwise, though, guys.
OG, they've had a clean run in EPL so far, 3-0. They've taken down some absolutely mammoth names within CSGO, Chad.
Excuse me, sir. I've just actually had a submission come on through from Gomez.
Okay.
He has said suspenseful strings.
That's not bad.
They are strings.
It's better than what we had,
Well
that's for
done.
sure.
Gomez, not just a pretty face.
There we go.
He,
Well,
he often joins in with our social media. He's one of the frequent subscribers.
I also have I could do a whole podcast episode on Alex's transition into a Twitter meme lord. Have you noticed Vitality
he
Alex?
does a great job on that.
I
doesn't he?
haven't been on Twitter that much recently. I have to go check it out.
Yeah, he's been dedicating himself to the Twitter meme game.
Oh, no.
All right.
It's pistols on the last
Yeah,
round here
Chad,
for OG.
it's not ideal. They'll say that much. They know it, we know it.
It's a fast
straight up
B.
B push.
Oh, they
the bombs
stopped.
at T-step,
All
so I don't think they were
They've
committing.
slowed.
They've actually done a
slowed.
lot of damage. They received some themselves. Actually, they've come out worse. So
This is going to get caught out here. Buster, easy collection. He can just disappear again. This aggressive CT move around the half-wall smoke is becoming so commonplace.
FaZe are on the edge of their seat right now.
Yanko, he is standing up right now. Nico,
Ready.
Cold Zera.
They're all just celebrating independently in their own isolated cells,
The
cheering
corks
on.
are ready to be popped. This could be it.
It's such a beautiful irony as well that not only do VP now beat OG so that FaZe get a chance, FaZe get to beat OG to complete their chance. It's all hinging on the 2 international teams. One more developed, one with a few more lessons learned, and one a plucky up-and-coming international roster, following in the footsteps of FaZe, whose fate's now in the hands of Virtus.pro.
And a 5-on-4 advantage here. Could be the final round of the series. It's been a long one. The first map alone took an hour and a half. Here we are now at 6:30 p.m. Could be the final round of the
4
entire
hours
series.
ago.
It has been a very long shift for both of these teams, and Virtus.pro might have done enough to get their first win in EPL. $5,000, some pride on the line here. Kicker looks towards quad. They've got past him, but he can hear the footsteps. One more spray down will do it. He's got the first kill. It looks like we were done here, boys. Sanji confirms it as just NBK in the pit. FaZe will stay alive. Virtus.pro get their first win in EPL. Just one more kill will do it, and there's 15 seconds on the clock.
James does go down. Nice work from NBK, but it's all in vain. VP, they seal the deal. They may not have a spot in the next stage of competition, but OG certainly do, as do FaZe Clan, have a shot against the very same tomorrow. My goodness, VP, they've kept it going, and they keep the motivation flowing.